Hey everybody, today we're going to start working on hammer-ons, which is kind of a left-hand coordination and strengthening style. It's a good strengthening technique. It's not a purely used for exercises. It creates a very legato sound, which basically means smooth in music or connected. And it's the ability to, instead of picking every note, some of them are actually being played only by the left hand, hammering down onto the strings. Okay? So it's a technique you're going to use every day of your guitar playing life. It's used in just about every song, so you need to get it down. So we're going to work on hammer-ons first, and then the reverse of that was when you play a note and then you pull off, you go down the string to a lower note. That is called a pull-off. And we'll be working on those in the next lesson. Another term you'll hear these called like slurs, legato, or whatever. They all basically mean the same thing. Okay, so I just don't want you to be confused with that. So get to it, follow the lesson, and then wait for tomorrow, and we'll do the reverse with pull-offs. Thanks. All right, so we're going to talk about hammer-ons here. Now, basically what a hammer-on is the ability for a finger in the left hand to come down on the string hard enough and fast enough that it plays the note without having to be picked. A lot of times on guitar, if you have like a series of hammer-ons in a row on one string, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, the first note on the string is picked. So if you see, I'll pick this first note and then hammer on. All right? Now, you need your hand positioning, your thumb needs to be in the middle of the neck, kind of like when you hold bar chords. It really kind of lets the fingers kind of do what they want to do. Like this, you'd be really handcuffed with what the fingers can do. It's good for certain things, but for this, we need your fingers to have full mobility. So you keep your fingers relatively going straight up, and what you do is you basically try to come down right behind the fret. Right there, see how I'm right up against it, right behind it. And it's not necessarily you need a huge motion to come whamming down on the thing. You basically, it's more about the quickness that you get there than it is how far you are away. So the more you try to train yourself to do a hammer-on, but do it relatively close, is what's going to keep you be able to incorporate it and make it quick and everything. So what this little exercise I have on the download that you can get at guitarlessons365.com is basically we're going to work out all the finger combinations that you can do with hammering on. And we're going to do it all on the 6th string here. So I'm going to go through it real quick. We're going to start off with the first finger and we're going to pick, hammer on the 2nd finger, and then do it again. We did it 4 times, and you'll see on the paper that was 3 to 4, and underneath the tablature you'll actually see the left-hand fingers, 1st finger and 2nd finger, and you'll see the little slurs symbol, which means connect the notes. It's over the music. That means they're going to hammer them on. You pick the first note and then hammer on the next, and then we're going to go 3 to 5, and we're going to use our 1st and 3rd finger for that. So that's the next measure of notes. You're going to do that 4 times. Now really listen to these and try to make them both the same volume and just make it sound really smooth. And then the last one would be, the next measure is 3rd fret to 6th fret, which is going to be done with your 1st finger and your pinky. And then you come back down to the 3 and the 5. So the whole exercise would be this, and you would repeat it. And after you've done that, you take it to other strings. Go over to the 5th string. So you get what I'm doing. We're just taking that same pattern and moving it all the way across. Now that's not the whole pattern here. Well, to continue the pattern, we did all the notes off of the first finger. Okay, now you start all the notes from the second finger, and that's going to be the fourth fret to the fifth fret with your second and third finger. That'll be more awkward, and then this one. So that is 2 to 4. So now for those two, we got. And then the last one you'll see there is 5 to 6, but we're going to do it with your third finger to your fourth finger. You got to really work out that pinky. Don't neglect your pinky. 2, 3, 4. So the complete exercise is this. And then you just take it to the next string over and do that whole sequence again on the fifth string, then the fourth, third. You know, even after you get good at this, it's a good warm-up routine. Eventually, as you get it faster, you can really loosen up with it. Just kind of go through everything. After you've done it at the third fret, move it around, because the guitar feels completely different at the 9th fret and the 12th fret. And up here, you need more strength to play up high, so it's a good thing to practice it up there. Just keep taking it across. All right. Tomorrow we're going to work on the reverse of this, which is they're called pull-offs. A little bit more difficult to actually pull off. Pardon the pun. So just stay tuned for these and start getting your hand around these guys, and really try to get a crisp, come down the note nice and strong. Remember, try to aim for the notes to be even. And you see how my fingers are kind of staying in line. You don't want these two fingers kind of going down here while these two are doing their thing, and then they kind of, see if you can start disciplining your fingers to stay in line. Try to keep them level with each other, kind of along one string. You're not going to be able to do that perfectly on most things you play, but it's a good thing to start training your fingers to be able to basically be where you want them to be, and always in ready playing position. And this is a good exercise where there's not that much going on, and you can concentrate on that too. All right, I'll see you tomorrow with pull-offs. Good luck.